Emily Farber from Lippitt Krieger Realtors in Iowa City, Iowa. Today's topic is all about sump pumps. You heard me right. Down in your basement, there might be a hole in the ground, and you may be wondering what that is all about. Maybe you're a home buyer that doesn't have much experience, but you don't want to ask about it. There's no shame in your game. We're here to talk and learn. I have a lot of buyers that come from areas that maybe don't have basements, or they don't have such a concern with heavy rain, heavy snow melt, and high groundwater levels. It's all right. We all have to learn somewhere. So let's talk about the sump pump, what it does, why it's important, and how it's working in your benefit. Because on that rainy day, when your basement carpet is getting wet, a properly functioning sump pump would have been your best friend. So why is all this water trying to get into my basement, you might be asking? Well, there can be a lot of reasons. For one, for instance, this house behind me, it sits in a natural bowl. The lay of the land is sloping towards the house, which in terms of water control is not ideal, but it is what it is. Another reason may be because of heavy rainfall or heavy snow melt. There are some things that you can do to try to mitigate your potential for basement water problems. Things like making sure your gutters are clear and making sure that the grading along the sides of your house slopes away from the foundation. But in many situations, having a sump pump that's operational is just a really important part of having a dry basement. A sump pump's main purpose is to move water away from the foundation of your home. There are two main sump pump designs that do this. One is a waterproof submersible that rests in the water, and the other is a pedestal pump where the motor is kept out of the water. There's some other considerations when it comes to sump pumps, such as manual or automatic, horsepower, head pressure, cord length, voltage, backup systems, and alarm systems. A plumber or a basement specialist would really be able to help you make the best choice for your particular situation, so I definitely recommend talking to one. Hey, welcome to a basement. We have a sump pump down here that I wanted to show you. Come on. Right here, with this black lid into the foundation basement floor, this is a sump pump. There is a corrugated liner that goes down about 2 feet into the ground. It's lined, outside of that liner there's gravel. The reason for this is, as you know, water comes in at the point of least resistance. So we are providing basically a hole in the foundation where it is going to be the easiest place for the water to get in. Rather than it trying to creep in here through the foundation walls, this is the spot. Now this particular sump pump is sealed shut because this house has radon mitigation going on, so we want to seal all entryways. But there is this little plexiglass viewable window here where I can peer down in there and I can see that there is some water in the pit. This pipe here is where the water that is being pumped out by the motor flows up and out of the pit. All of this jazz right here, this is extra stuff. This is a battery backup. So this particular pit has its primary pump and a battery backup. If the electricity were to go out, the pump would not operate, which could be bad news bears. So this particular homeowner has a battery backup that will kick in case of emergency. Hi, we're back down in another basement. I wanted to show you another sump pump pit. This one does not have a lid on it, so you're able to see more of the business end of what's going on. You can see down in there that there is water in the pit. Probably can't see into the water because it's kind of murky looking, but there is the sump pump motor down there. This here is the piping that's attached to the motor, so when that motor kicks on, it is going to pump the water out that pipe, up and away, and out the side of the house. So the pit is actively being pumped out right now. You can see that the water level is much lower, and you can see the top of that sump pump motor. can see water trickling in. That's groundwater trickling back into the pit. That little black circular thing right there is the float that will eventually activate the sump pump to run. And I want to show you where a sump pump discharge is. The reason this is important because if your sump pump is not discharging in a logical spot, you could be dumping that water back down your own foundation or down your neighbor's foundation, which is not going to lead to good neighborhood feelings. All right, so back behind all this pool equipment here, that's another video for another day, you see an outlet with black hose. Following that black hose through the yard, runs away from the house, away from the foundation, slightly downhill from the house, and it discharges into this gravelly area. It's important to make sure that your hose discharge is away from the house and responsibly placed. You don't want to be flooding your neighbor's property. There you go, friends. That was my brief introduction to sump pumps and how they work. I hope you have found it to be useful. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my videos, which, by the way, come out every Friday. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you on the next one.